Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Do me a favor, if y'all watching me live, throw a one in the chat. If you are watching a replay, throw a two in the chat. If you learned something, throw some love in the comments, please. Okay, and also give me some suggestions y'all would like for me to speak about some things you would like to learn. I'm not an expert in everything, guys. So, but I can always go live with someone who is an expert in that field. So make sure y'all give me some suggestions. And I don't know about y'all, but some of the weirdest things right now is going on with the weather. As y'all see, it is June 20 something, and it's like 60 something degrees where I am, y'all. It should be in the 80s, but I remember this happening about 20 years ago where it was summertime and it was cold and raining. It was in June because I was in school at the time doing my summer courses, and it was cold and raining all through May, all through June, and it actually didn't warm up till after the 4th of July. So yeah, and that happened in 2003. I remember that vividly. And so we know these weird things happen sometimes. So it just is what it is. Y'all stay prayed up, okay? But anyway, y'all, so what I'm going to talk about today, I do like to speak on things that, um, when I'm helping out prospects or clients, any people from the public, I like to speak about those things because I want y'all to stop making certain mistakes, or I want to prevent y'all from making certain mistakes as well. So I'm gonna just give y'all some credit tips. So if you are doing these things now, stop. If you're thinking about doing these certain things, stop. And right now we're gonna talk about all personal credit, no business. We're not talking about business credit. I already did a business tip. Um, I wrote that on my wall already today. So let's talk about personal credit stuff. Okay. One thing that I need y'all to understand when it comes to utilization on your credit, utilization is very important. Number one, that is 30% of your credit score is utilization. So there's a myth that you're supposed to keep all your credit cards at 30%. That is 100% incorrect. So what that 30% actually means is to all of your credit card balances should be no more than 30% of all the limits. But then I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all don't want to do that either. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to that in a second. But let me give y'all an easy, understandable mathematical equation of what that actually means. So let's say you have two credit cards, and both of those credit card limits are $500. So that means together those two cards equal $1,000. Y'all agree with that, correct? Okay. Now, in order to keep yourself at 30% overall utilization, this means that both of those credit card balances should be no more than $150 a piece. Why? Because when you add 150 and 150, that's $300. $300 is 30% of 1,000. Okay? So keep your cards low. Rule of thumb, you really want to keep all your credit cards under 10%. For real. Y'all really want to talk about the nitty gritty. And then I know that can be difficult to do, especially in trying times. Here's the thing, because y'all know I preach don't use debit cards, and I'm gonna come back to that too. You should be using your credit cards for everything and then pay them off. Okay? Pay them off at by the statement date, not the due date. Okay, that's where they get us. They say, "Oh, it's due on October 3rd." Well, you need to be paying those bad boys by September 28th, something like that. Okay, so that's how they get us. All right, but I'm here to give y'all the real deal on how you're supposed to be managing that stuff. So so overall utilization is what they look at. But what I need y'all to understand too, when lenders are looking at your credit profile, see, I need y'all to also understand is your credit report slash profile is equally important to your credit score. Okay. So when they're looking at your credit profile and they're looking at your credit card utilization, they're looking at your overall utilization, and they're also going to look at the individual utilizations of each credit cards. Okay. So you might be near maxed out on one credit card, but no balance on another credit card, and that makes your overall utilization looks good. Okay, you look good there. However, when they take a look and they say, hold on, but this person's at 99%, that can decrease your chances of getting some form of credit with them. So that's why you have to be careful and make sure you are paying. And another thing too, if you can do more than one payment on your credit cards, each month, please do so because you look more responsible. Okay, y'all, I've taught y'all about the 15-3 method, and the 15-3 method says that say if you're going to pay your credit card with two payments a month, especially if you're going to pay it off in full, you want to make the first payment by 15 days before your due date, and the next payment by 3 days of your due date, which should be around the statement date. But see, I want y'all to pay it by the statement date, so it may need to be, 4 days or maybe possibly even 5 days, depending on your card and everything. That's why you should know your due date, your statement date, and your reporting date. Those are the three important dates when it comes to credit cards: due date, statement date, report date. Pay it by the statement date. If you're going to make the two payments, you need the 2 weeks, the 15 days before the due date, and then the 3 days or 4 days, whenever your statement date is, to pay by then. And you look more responsible when you do that. Okay, when you're making several payments, you can you should be able to count on some credit limit increases, stuff like that. It can help increase your credit scores. So make sure you're doing that. All right. All right. So back to what I was saying about utilization. Utilization overall needs to be under 30%, for real, under 10%, make you look better. Um, Now, something else I want y'all to be careful about. Now, when you do apply for new credit cards, it will decrease your overall credit utilization, yes, which means it can. But when you first apply, once they do their hard pull, it's going to decrease your credit score at first. But because the utilization is going to be decreased because you're adding more credit, that will help increase your credit score too. And remember, you want to pay it on time and all that good stuff, because that's going to help increase your credit score. Remember, payment history is 35% of your credit score, so that's uber important. However, I would be against you getting another credit card if you're already maxed out on the others. If you are already irresponsible with the 2, 3, 4, 5 credit cards that you already have, don't get another one, because you're going to do the same thing. History repeats itself. Okay. And one good way to help you deal with that, but see, you got to get more strict and diligent with yourself with budgeting and treating your finances better. You can get a personal loan. If y'all need a personal loan, let me know. You can get a personal loan to pay off those credit cards and watch your credit score increase. Yes, that will happen. And you add another positive trade line to your credit report. However, don't do that if you're going to run up your credit cards again. See, here, the reason why credit cards are so crucial to our credit is because credit cards are a double-edged sword. Okay. With credit cards, they add back into your credit score 90%. And you need credit cards to strengthen your credit profile. And also, the higher your credit limits, the more you can get higher credit limits with further credit cards. And when it comes to when you're starting to develop business credit, because they do look at your personal credit. I don't care who tell y'all they don't until you get up to corporate credit and all that stuff. They look at your personal credit, and you can't really be expecting them even on the business side to be giving you high credit limits if you can't even manage a $3,000 credit card on your personal side. So you have to be able to manage your credit cards properly. They're so crucial to your credit. Like I said, add back into your credit 90%. But once you start messing up with the credit cards, you're hurting yourself really bad. And as everybody knows, with bad credit, and especially when it comes to having credit cards, you can mess up your credit so quickly, and it take a long time to bring it back. Y'all, one late payment undoes 3 on-time payments, and it takes 9 months to come back from one late payment, y'all. And then to stay on your credit report for 7 years, unless you get credit repair services and you get those late payments reversed, which can happen. I've had clients who've done it with using my services. Now, please understand how detrimental late payments is. Like the worst thing. Late payments are the worst things to come up on your credit, because remember, that's 35% of your credit score. And when you are screwing up with that payment history, that one late payment continue to damage your credit score and credit report every 30 days. See, let me debunk this myth that people think that, oh, well, once I pay it and I catch it up, my credit score should go back. No, that is incorrect, because you already done did the damage with the late payment. That is very, very, very incorrect. So let me tell you how, if you only got like 1 or 2 late payments, and you've always been in bad, in good standing with that particular company, and we all know stuff happens. We just had the pandemic and all that good stuff. What you can do is ask for like forgiveness with a goodwill letter. If you would like a template of a goodwill letter, inbox me with your email address, and I will send it to you. I just send it out. I just sent out a bulk of them um, yesterday and the day before. So for those of you who've already sent me your email addresses, if you have not gotten it yet, I'll get to you tonight. But if you would like a template for a goodwill letter, let me know. I will send you a goodwill letter. Just give me your email address. Now, I need y'all to understand, they don't have to do anything, okay? This is you asking nicely. Oh, please, I've always been in good standing. This is what happened. Could you please forgive me? And could you make this right on my credit report? That's basically what the goodwill letter is saying. And they don't have to do it, okay? Just let y'all know. Also, I have a CEO list too as well. Email the CEO and say and let them know what was the case, what happened. But this is for people who've only had major things happen to them, or only had like 1 or 2 late payments. Anything after that, they waiting for it to come back. Okay, y'all, somebody called me. So with that being said, so where was I? Yeah, so they don't have to do anything. I got the CEO list. You can email the CEOs as well, but late payments are so detrimental, because that's the biggest chunk of your credit score. And plus, it's very important to have a clean credit profile. Okay, so y'all know, do me a favor, if y'all learning something, just throw some show me some love in the chat. Give me some fireballs, give me some hearts, give me something. Throw some muscles in the chat. My favorite is the robotic arm. Throw something in the chat for me. Throw something in the comments for me. But anyway, all right, so let me move on to something else with credit cards. So one good way to help your credit score is to either be a co-signer or an authorized user on somebody's credit cards. But here's the thing, because I see people mess themselves up with this. It does very well for people, for some people, but for some people, you're either picking the wrong person, or maybe they fell on some hard times. And let me explain to y'all what that means. So when you come on as an authorized user or a co-signer on somebody else's credit card, you are now taking on their payment history, their credit card utilization, and the length of their credit report. Length of that specific account. So now you are adding back into your credit, let's see, 35, 30, and 15. That's 75, no, 65, 15. What's that, 80% of your credit? All right, so so authorized users and cosigns can be a good thing. When is being an authorized user or a cosigner a bad thing? You picked the wrong person. or they fell on some hard times, they not doing what they supposed to be doing, and they haven't told you. So, and what I mean by that is, if you're going to ride on somebody else's credit card, they gotta have low utilization, or you are hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself. They have to. All right, y'all. Somebody called me again. So they have to have low utilization. They have to pay on time each month. So if you riding on somebody's car and their utilization is at 80%, guess what? You're hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself. So the person that you are car that you're riding on, either they're going to have to significantly pay that card down, or you need to come off that card. And the sad part about coming off that card, you're gonna lose the history limit as well. But see, but the person can't afford to pay down the utilization, you're still hurting yourself. So you're hurting yourself more because the utilization is 30%. So you can come off that card, and yeah, your credit score are gonna go down, but you still need to build yourself up positively. So to anybody out there who is an authorized user or a co-signer on somebody's card, you need to build your own foundation. And what that means is build up your credit profile. And I do see this sometimes, okay? Like, you done got these increases for your on your credit score because you became an authorized user as a co-signer, but once they come off, you're gonna drop back down. So that's why you need to build your own foundation. So with that being said, that means get your own credit card or get a secured card. Get a secure credit card. Get yourself a couple of credit builder savings loans. Let's clean up your credit profile. This is what I do with my clients, even the ones that don't need credit repair, but they need to strengthen their credit profiles. Okay. Let's go ahead, and I'm gonna help you build up a stronger foundation, a stronger credit foundation for yourself. That way you can stand on your own 2 feet. Okay. Most of the people I work with, they want to purchase homes, but you're not getting a house with a 500 credit score. I need y'all to understand that. So, with that being said, if y'all need help strengthening your credit profile, I need y'all to talk to me. Okay. All right. So let's talk about choosing the right credit card, no matter if it's secured or unsecured. What's the difference? An unsecured credit card is when somebody like Capital One say, "Here, we're gonna give you this card." Okay. But a secured credit card is, you have to put down a security deposit. You have to start with your own money. Why? They saying, hey, well, you wasn't responsible enough. Your credit says you're not responsible enough to actually, for us to even give you credit. So you gotta start with your own money. It is what it is. And I need to repeat that for the people in the back, because I had some ignorant, uneducated people talking about how secure credit cards, because you got to start with your own money, is a scam. No, it's not a scam. You were not responsible enough. See, credit equals character. Okay, that's how they look at you. Character. Your character is not good enough right now for us to give you this money, which is credit. Okay, to give you some of our money, because credit is OPM, other people's money. Please understand though, once you build up your credit profile and what credit will do for you. Credit will do so much for you once you get it up. All right. Um, so the secure credit card says put down security deposit. A lot of times the number I see a lot is $300. I can connect y'all with a secure credit card, but it only starts with $100. Okay, and you want to use it for small stuff. Use your credit card for small things. That way you can pay it off every month with no problem. Okay, and some secure cards, they'll give you your deposit back after like 12 months. Other ones, they will turn it into an unsecured card. Then once it's to actually get credit increases. And that's another hack I want to tell y'all. Listen, every 6 months, for those of you who are in good standing with your credit cards, I need you to do this. I need you to do these things. I need you to call up your credit card company. I need you to ask them for a credit limit increase. I need y'all to ask for an interest rate decrease and also ask for a product change. And I want you to do all these things with no hard pull on your credit. Now, if they tell you no, we can't do that, I need you to say, okay, let me speak to your superior, your supervisor, whomever it is. Speak to their superior. That's all. Okay? Now, you may not get all three. You may just get two. You may just get one. Either way, you're helping yourself. But that's what I need y'all to do every 6 months. Put it on your calendar. Put it on your phone to send you a reminder. I need you to do that every 6 months. Ask for those three things. A lot of times you might have to wait a year for a product change, but and a product change just means that you get a different kind of card with the same company but with better terms. Okay, and that way, by just doing a product change, what that will do for you is you will not lose your account history. Like one of my Capital One cards, y'all, I've had it since 2005. That's 18 years. You think I'm throwing that card away? Hell no. I had a couple of people jump in my inbox, say, you know what, I'm just going to throw this card away, blah, blah. No, you don't want to do that. Do not do that. Okay. So yeah, that's my one of my longest running credit cards. I had another one that I paid off, but I think I paid it off and never used it again. And Bank of America ended up acquiring it. But it didn't have a balance or anything, so they just closed it out. Had I still had that card, I would have had like I think they gave me that card. It was my first credit card, and I did really good. I did very well, by the grace of God, y'all, because I was not taught anything about credit or money, finances, and none of that stuff. Because of course, the adults in my life knew nothing about it either. They're financially illiterate. But my first credit card, I did so great with it. I used to work, man. I was in college. I worked. I supported myself. All that stuff, y'all. And I would pay it off every month. Okay, little $300, $400 there every month. I would pay it off. Even though I didn't know any better back then, not to use debit cards. Don't use debit cards. I didn't know any better, but I was using my credit card. I was using both. But now I know better. Like I teach y'all, don't use your debit cards at all. Use your credit cards for everything. Why? Let's talk about the type of protections you get for using your credit cards. Fraud protections. Okay. Some credit cards even have protection for your cell phone, even types of travel insurance already input for when you put up your credit profiles and you can get higher tier credit cards. We talking about points, okay? That's real points or cash back. Very important. That's not even in higher tier credit cards. Those can be in lower tier cards as well. But higher tier credit cards, let's talk about free upgrades. Like I just came back from Dallas, y'all, and because of one of the particular credit cards that I have, they gave me a free upgrade in my room. Now I'm overseeing the entire I got to oversee the entire resort, the inside of the resort, the atrium, because of this particular credit card that I had, free upgrade and all that stuff. So yes, just think about the perks and stuff you get when you have credit cards, the types of protections, the fraud protection. Some of them come with fraud alerts. Also with you know what? I need to get back on this little block. Um, you can budget your money better. Okay. And if somebody does hack your credit card, and that can happen to anybody, if somebody does hack it, all you gotta do is tell them, nope, nope, I didn't authorize this, wasn't mine, boom, boom, boom. They might shut your card down and send you a new card. But if you do it with a debit card, they're gonna shut down your card. They could shut down your account, freeze your account for X amount of days. It ain't no telling how long they're gonna be freezing it. Okay, but with a credit card, your the money that's in your bank account is protected. See, the average person actually swipes their debit card about 70 to 80 times a month. Every time you swipe that debit card, you are putting your entire bank account at risk. That checking account is at risk every time you swipe. At least with my credit card, my money is protected. Your money is not protected with swiping a debit card. Stop using it. Stop using your debit cards. Use everything on your credit cards and pay the credit card off. Right? Also, you're building your credit. You're not building your credit with your debit card. And yes, do they have those? I've seen some products that has debit, what they call them, credit building debit cards. It's still a debit card. Stop wasting your time and your money with these debit cards, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. So we then had a good discussion. I really hope y'all learned something today. I gotta turn off because I am looking to go ahead and I'm actually at the hospital right now, y'all. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, you can always watch the replay and pick up those gems. Take notes, y'all. Okay. This is also my YouTube channel, so y'all can check my YouTube channel out. Also, I'm going to put my free ebook of credit tips as well. All right, and like I said, anything else y'all want to learn, let me know. Inbox me for help, anything like that. You need help, your people need help, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers. Just contact me, y'all. Okay. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great day and be safe out here.